Right on. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tisha Freel Dover, and we are here today to talk to everybody out there to explain to you why Swift. And so I am joined today by
Joran Bean
and
Ken McBee.
And we are going to answer some questions today. We're going to hit on some topics to kind of explain what we're doing with our improvements, how we're handling our culture and how much it's changed, and also hit a little bit on opportunity and benefits. So, gentlemen,
Absolutely.
are you ready?
Absolutely.
We're ready. Let's
All
go.
right, let's do it. So let's start with Ken. Why don't you tell a little bit of the history, kind of where we were and where we've come?
Wow. Solid company that's been in business well over 50 years, right? We're almost actually getting close to 60 here, just a couple of years away. So started with Jerry Moyes and his dad, and it's kind of evolved into through mergers and acquisitions and other things to this largest trucking company in the United States. So a major, I think a pivotal moment in our history, though, was in 2017 when we merged with Knight Transportation. So changed quite a bit, and I'm sure everyone knows about the culture and things that happened there. But it just brought in such a common sense approach to trucking is what I liked about it. So
Absolutely. And I just feel like so many things have changed in these last 5 years, and it's just our 6 years now. Geez, it's been 6 years.
It's been
Let's
a
go.
minute.
Yeah.
it's going.
Yeah, it's going
flying by.
fast, flying by. So, Jordan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are on our culture?
On the culture?
Mhm.
Yeah. So apparently 60 is the new 50 because, Knight came in and, Swift is, you don't get to 50 plus years by mistake. You have to have a culture. You have to have a good processes, good everything. But, there were some opportunities. We missed some areas. And when Knight came in, totally pun intended, it was a night and day different. I mean, you see a lot of the culture, a lot of just the personnel, the positions, the way we operate business. We just took, like Ken said, a very common sense approach to how we do business, and simple things like just cleaning up some of our terminals and remodeling a lot of our locations. We had great bones, great structures, great places, but they weren't where they should have been for our drivers. And so when this merge happened, it really allowed a lot of us to step back, kind of relook at what we do, how we do business. I think we almost got, maybe for lack of a better way to say, we got kind of stale. We got used to our routines. And so we needed to be shook up. And so when you look at where we are today as a company, we have, beautiful facilities. You go to a Swift facility, I would tell you, probably some of the nicest trucking facilities out there with some of the best features. We've redone our bathrooms. They're in competition with the Petros and the Loves. You name it. We're really putting our money where our mouth is, if you will. And we're making this company look like a company that people want to work for and they want to go to. And so I think when you talk about culture, why Swift? So do you want to go to a place where you're a number, your trucker 1, 2, 3, or do you want to go to a place where everybody at the terminal, where you're anywhere across the country, you can drop into a terminal and you can feel like you're at home. You can use all the facilities free. We really want you to feel like you're at home when you're at one of our facilities. And so it's just internally in the office with the drivers, just all across the board, there's a much more family atmosphere. And I tell you, I've been here 17 years, been in various departments across the company. I never been more excited about what we're doing than I am today, because I've come from the driver aspect. That's where I started. I think there's a lot of really incredible people that are trying to push change for the Swift of the future.
And there's lots of cool amenities that I think we should touch on too, right? We've added open markets, gaming centers. We have a movie theater in one.
Gyms.
Gyms.
Jim Rat
Have
here.
you been to the gym?
Never
lately?
seen one
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Never one?
Mhm.
Okay. 3 of them have restaurants in them. So that's, healthier for our drivers. And even the open markets have some healthier stuff, so you can make sure you can stay in that secure, safe facility, right, and not have to park at truck stops.
Right.
That's a big issue with a lot of drivers.
And
where to park.
didn't we not to interrupt, but didn't we secure the yards and do some things? We've changed the badge lighting,
Yep.
all
LED
of those
across
things.
the yard. So any time of day you need to go hook up to it, you're going to have plenty of visibility. We're, again, like Ken said, our places are secure. You're going to try to find a spot at a truck stop. You're not always going to have luck there, but we have facilities all across the country. So there's highly probable you'll be able to park in one of our yards.
And not even that though, guys, but we also have the trucks, right? I mean, let's talk about that. The trucks that we have on our fleet and then our lifetime of those, because it's really pretty
Yes.
short in comparison to other companies, correct?
So we're about a 3-year turn on our trucks. Some of them go a little bit further. COVID has slowed, some manufacturing down a little bit, right?
What's COVID?
We all have to use the C word, COVID in some conversations, but hey, we've got, 4 of the makes. So we have Freightliners, Volvos, Internationals, and Kenworths. We buy a substantial amount of trucks every year compared to any other train company that I know of. We have 70,000 trailers in our network. So trailer availability, that's one of our, we'll call it secret sauce. So we're letting out the secret, right? But is we're able to drop those trailers at all these locations so our customers can load, a lot of freight in them. So that's our equipment. Hey, our equipment comes with, we got feedback from our drivers at one point, and we made sure that we had memory foam mattresses in all of our trucks. We have refrigerators in them. We make sure that we stay on top of the cutting edge of technology with progressive cruise and lane mitigation systems and just overall things like that. We always try to keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on.
Because it's a culture, though. It's about the driver.
Right.
The mattresses were a bigger cost. You led the charge there. And it's like, why is a mattress a big deal? Sleep on the normal mattresses that are issued in trucks, and then sleep on one of these mattresses. And when we say we want you to be safe and we want you to be well rested, we're putting our money by buying way more expensive mattresses to make sure our drivers are safe out there because we care about you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's just another place where we're demonstrating why Swift versus just talking the game. We're showing it.
Absolutely. And we also have the wrap truck program too, which I'm the gal with that, right? And I love the wrap trucks. We have military wrap trucks. We have Children's Miracle Network. We've got first responders truck. We have a 911 truck, POW,
Yep.
and we've got those special drivers that have the story that connect to those trucks. And so I just think, we're going to continue with that program, right? And there's going to be all this. It's just, like you said, it's culture. It's just how we want you guys to feel treated and feel loved on.
Well, and then besides that, you have the wrap trucks, where there's a few of them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But let's talk about like a big number of trucks. All of our million milers get to choose their own color and make of their trucks once they hit 1 million miles. We're working through all that to get them all of the trucks that they've ordered. That's a huge deal. There's how many million milers?
1,562.
So
Yeah.
I thought we were just a trading company.
Yeah, we're not a training company.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Weird.
1,562. And we are about to have 5 4 million milers on our fleet.
4
Five
million.
4 million milers. They've been with the company that long, and it's absolutely incredible. We're getting ready to have our big celebration in April.
That's
I'm
awesome.
stoked about it. I think it's just going to be great.
So it sounds like we're kind of a hire to retire type company instead of just training.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Interesting.
But
But we do training.
We do
We
train.
do train.
And you know
we're-
what? We're good at it. I'm sorry.
We're really
Like,
good at it.
It is
That's
what
I'm
it is.
talking
Like,
about.
I think there, when you talk to the social networks out there, Swift is a training company. Yeah, we are. We're good at it. But we also, we talk about people that are 1 million mile drivers that stayed at Swift.
Mhm.
Why would you do that if we're just a training company? Like, I think it's the late Abraham Lincoln who said haters are going to hate. I think that was him. Maybe not. I don't know. But we're a training company. We're good at it. We train great drivers. We really focus on safety, the culture, our people, and they stay. We retain them.
So I don't have to have a license already. You can help me if I
believe we have academies. And we
Okay.
would love to get you trained in an academy, and then the academies feed to our training program. And again, we have terminals all across the country that are taking care of these drivers, making sure they're out there taking care of their families. It's all about you making money, being safe, and taking care of your family. It's the whole reason you want to come anywhere to work and make money is so you can take care of your families. And that's something that we really take a lot of pride in, knowing that lots of families out there are taken care of and are living better lives, hopefully, because of the efforts that are happening here.
and you'd think there's hundreds of positions at Swift, but really there's 2, right?
Driver.
Driver and driver support.
support.
That's right.
That's right.
That's been ingrained since the beginning. And I'll tell you guys, it never has been more true than today. The culture is just so incredible. When you come here, you'll see it. You'll feel it. If you ever worked at Swift before, if you come back, I'm telling you, you're going to see a difference.
Absolutely, you will. And I'm excited too. Part of that culture is appreciating our drivers, right? And rewarding them and loving on them and gratefully and thankfully I am a part of that, a huge part of that.
Because she'll hug you.
I will. I give
if you
the
didn't
hug.
know.
A hug.
I am
Yeah.
a hugger. I just love hugs. It goes right along with any of the rewards programs that we have, right? We celebrate you on your anniversary. We celebrate you big on 5, 10, 15, 20. We now have a Legends program. So if you've been here for 25 years or more, you become a legend with us. And we've got truck decals.
But
And
you
it's
start
just,
getting stuff right at the beginning too,
yeah,
right?
you sure do.
So it's not just about you have to be here for a long time for
No.
you to hug on people.
That's right.
You'll hug the new ones too.
It's like I need a booth. I need
Okay.
a hugging booth. That's what
All
we
right.
really need to make.
This isn't a joke. I know you think, like, how are we being funny? No, she will hug you. Like, you got to be careful. You come to the third floor, she'll get you.
I'm like, stop on by. So we've talked about all the fun stuff, right? And this whole thing is like really, really good, but there's huge opportunities here, right, Ken?
Oh, I would tell you that's why I came here. Probably I've been here for 15 years now. That's another thing is there's a lot of tenure at Swift, just because of the culture and where we're at. So I came here because I was at a company that I feel like I had topped out, and I started in customer accounts and moved up and into terminal leadership and then on to Phoenix. And I know you guys all have a great story too, where you started and moved on up. And I think that's the great story about Swift and their employees. Hey, it doesn't matter if you were a driver, probably 50%, and that's a guess, but about 50% of our office folks drove at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're a driver and you don't like driving anymore, you have a life change, there's a placement center that you can go to Dedicated or Grocery or other places, or if not, you can go into our shops, or our office, or there's legal departments. It's the whole big business here, right? We have an insurance company. We have all these different things. We have a technology company. So it's really the diversification that we've put in at our business, but also just the opportunity overall. If you can't find something here, you're probably not employable throughout the United States.
Exactly.
Right?
And quite honestly, there's a Swift almost everywhere. I mean,
Right.
like we've got 32 terminals.
Mhm.
It's not just here in Phoenix. It's across the country. So it's just huge, I think. And along with that opportunity, we have benefits, don't we?
Absolutely.
And
great
you want to
benefits.
talk about that a little bit?
No, I want you to talk about it. I'll talk for 20 more minutes if I talk.
And I did bring the talkers of the company. You realize
Yes,
that I
yes.
brought us all
Probably not the
together.
best
So,
group.
yeah, we're going to talk for days on here. So yeah, we've got huge benefits. I mean, the benefits we how about some free college? Would you like to go to college for free?
That's pretty incredible.
I mean, any full-time or part-time employee at Swift can go to college for free. And it's online programs. We also have a tuition reimbursement. And so you could do that if you're already going to a college of your choice. As long as it's accredited, we can help you with that.
And one of their kids or spouse could go too, right?
Exactly.
So it's not just them. So if you're working here full time, you may be busy full time, but then one of your kids may be going to college on Swift.
Absolutely. And then we've got 401k.
401k, yep.
We've got the stock program. I mean, there's just benefits, military pay. We've got apprenticeship programs. I mean, it's the list is endless. And I truly believe that if you just call us, we can find you a spot here for sure. So I think this company is absolutely amazing. And to go back to our stories, you actually hired me in Denver as a driver leader. And then I became an owner-operator fleet consultant working with our owner-operators because we have owner-operators as well.
Mhm.
And then I came here to Phoenix and became the retention programs leader. And it is absolutely phenomenal. I get to work with guys like Joran and Ken all day, every day. It's just a
I
good
feel like
time
you're being
here.
nice right now.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say, it's not always as much fun.
You
She's
know.
never this. That hugging sometimes elbowing. So
The hit on the benefits, though, the cool thing about the benefit is, so kind of alluding what Ken was saying, when you look at where the company has come in the last several years, we've diversified. We've got the different brands of business. We've acquired a few other trucking companies. And what that does, though, I think the bigger benefit here is, so we're a big carrier, right? I've seen in the years I've been doing trucking, I've seen companies go out of business. I've seen unfortunate situations where people are left out there, stranded out there. And I've seen Swift go in and help drivers get home. But of course, we want to help get them to Swift. We would love to have that business, but we help get them home, even if that wasn't going to bring that business here. And what I see is a company that every single week pays its drivers. I've never in all my years ever seen that be an issue. And when you look at what our future holds, our future is looking fantastic. And so if you have the business that's as strong as our business, we're not concerned. That's not a concern that you have to come here and be worried about your job, or will I get paid, or will I have money on my card for fuel? That's not a problem when you come to Swift. And so that's a huge benefit, that peace of mind, knowing that you can come here, you can put in your effort, We're going to match your effort, and you're going to get paid, and you're going to be able to take that time off and really cut loose and enjoy your family when you're taking your home time.
Absolutely.
And as we talk, we are running the 800 number, I believe, on the bottom. So if you are interested in working at Swift, or you just want to join us and have a conversation, try it. Let's hit some of the questions. Here's one. This is very true. I've spoken to many drivers, and they are shocked about how well Swift recognizes their drivers. Thank you for your roles in the program. So
That's awesome.
tens of millions of dollars we spend in driver bonuses,
Absolutely.
recognition programs. Our president is very passionate about making sure that we take care of drivers. So,
Yes.
hey, Patient Udall is a great recruiter. We agree with you there. So feel free to contact them. Here's a good one: 32 terminals and 2 more coming soon. That's what I heard. So there's a few more. We're building 3 terminals right now, right?
Mobile, Alabama.
Yep.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And then St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis
St.
we
Louis is
purchased,
there.
St. Louis
but
is
it's a
there.
remodel.
Yep.
Houston.
Houston's being rebuilt.
Yep.
And then we also have one
built from the ground
built
up.
from the ground up. And then Savannah?
Statesboro, Georgia.
Statesboro, Georgia.
Yep.
So lots of things coming throughout this year. Now they may not all be finished, but they're working at every one of
They're
them.
pouring
Right?
concrete in Vegas today. I got the videos. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. But then you go back to the remodels. Like every one of our locations, Oklahoma got completely rebuilt, I think.
Mhm.
You go through all those locations, and we've just done an incredible job making those terminals look fantastic.
Definitely.
I think it's great.
There was, let's see here. Chris Morris, we look forward to you joining our Swift family too. There's I think some questions on here more about the CDL schools. Do you know about how many there are, Joran? I know they're across the United States, 10 or 11, isn't it?
Well, we have 11
Our
academies. I believe they're all tied to the CDL schools to some degree. They help walk them through the process. But we do have 11 academies across the country that we would love to get you in and start talking about the idea of getting you through and getting your CDL.
And I know that our terminal leaders and several of our recruiters go out to those CDL schools. So they do attend there. So if you see one of our folks, raise your hand and let them know that you're ready to come on board, and we'll get you there.
Well, and Brianna, you are talking about you just got your license back and wonder if you're eligible for hire. Definitely just call a recruiter. They'll be able to tell you within a few minutes. They'll just run everything and they'll let you know what you need.
Shameless plug to our academies. So I just had a meeting this morning where we were talking with our academies about just the process between a new driver coming in to get their CDL and then them transferring over to what we call the driver qualification team, which is the onboarding team for the operation. And we'll work with them to train them with a mentor and such. And talking to those, I was talking again to the leaders at all these academies, and they were fired up. They were excited. They were upset that things, when things weren't working right, that they own their students and they want to make sure those folks are taken care of 100%. And so we were having a really good conversation just about how important it is to make sure those folks that are new to the industry really get taken care of all the way through the program. And so it is refreshing to me again to see that from the academy to the recruiting to the operation to just you name it, from the top to the bottom, this place is all about the driver. And I've never seen it as exciting and as powerful as it is today.
Well, and there's a few people in here talking about the mentor program, Joran. So can you tell us a little more? There's a couple of them saying that they're waiting, which there's a waiting time to become a mentor, but it's part of that, transition where you can make a lot more money, but also train the drivers of the future. So, can you touch on the mentor program just at a high level?
Yeah. So we have a lot of really incredible mentors at Swift. We have a vetting program. We want to make sure that they're safe and that they're operating the way we want them to operate. But the biggest thing with our mentors is that they're folks that have shown that they can do the job and they can do this correctly. And so we're really passionate. We really want to make sure that we have the right people training. And so you're going to see, again, we are a training company. I'm sorry, we are, but we also have incredible mentors that, again, I've got off the phone a couple of times today with a few different ones that are, we need to do this and we need to fix this. And I'm going to go meet with the academy. We're going to do, and we're they're excited and they're fired up to help make sure they deliver a great experience to our students. Because really, we're not Match.com. We're not trying to create, the ever-longing relationships, but our job is to put two people that are going to be conducive to their training. And so we can make sure our students are out there, they're safe, they're capable, and they're confident when they get into their own truck. And we have some of the best mentors, I think, out there helping us do that today.
One of the questions is, I'm an experienced driver and would love to come. Oh, that's great. We would love for you to come back too. Does Swift have part-time or flex time positions? So
That
they
would be
absolutely
locals. Yeah. That would be local accounts. We've got regional accounts. You just got to get a hold of a recruiter and find out what's available out there. But then once you get in, we have this placement center that you could work with if your life changes, right? Because life happens. Does it not?
It does.
And so if we have the ability to, even if you come in, right? So we've talked about this. We've got all these different lines of businesses, right? We've got dedicated, we got flatbed, we've got intermodal, line haul, grocery. There's so many different things. And so if you come on board, we really want you to try them out for 6 months, right? And then go to the next one, because all that does is
You just
make
put
you
in
look
your
a little
tools
bit.
and your
Tools in your
transportation.
transportation tool belt.
Yep.
Yes, yes, sir. That's what we're doing. And so I just think it's great. And so there's just tons of opportunity.
Well, and this kind of dovetails into, how do I find a dedicated account that's open near me as an owner op? That's still the same folks, right?
Same folks.
They can talk to them.
Yep. The driver placement center team is incredible, and they can let you know.
And one of the other flex positions that we do have is, when they're open, they'll show in Phoenix and Memphis, but there's part-time positions in what we call our extended coverage team or driver support team.
Right.
We're changing the name over just but the driver support team is definitely, those are folks that we're targeting for people who want to work part-time, certain hours. It's going to be nights and weekends mainly, weekends, days and nights, but then weekdays, nights. So if you wanted to work a 4-hour shift, 5 days, we have those positions open. Just look for them on our website also.
That's pretty cool. Another thing we haven't hit on is, we have a rider policy, we have a dog policy. It really is, it's a great feature to allow you, if you're out there driving. I mean, we know driving can be a little bit of a solitary deal, but we have a lot of folks that have dogs with them. And, I'm a huge dog fan myself. So, as long as you have all this stuff, there's some requirements there, but to be able to allow your pet to go on the truck and, have that companion is just a great opportunity. And to be able to take family, we have rules around that too. You have to check in when you get here, but, you can take a child or a spouse out and be able to show them the road. And we try to be flexible. The big thing I think, and I believe Ken said it earlier, is that common sense approach. We want to treat people like people. We want you to understand that we're trying to do everything we can to make life as comfortable and convenient for all of our drivers. We expect that you're going to show up ready to work. You're going to put in your efforts, and we're going to match that effort. And we're going to make sure that this is it's got to be a win-win. There's no point in having it any other way. So that's kind of our big game plan, is just trying to make sure it's comfortable out there, trying to reinvent the way trucking has always kind of been looked at, and understand that there's a way to do this in a fun way and also a profitable way.
One of the last questions here, we've only got a few left, but hey, they talk about, Wolf Rock talks about how safety is a priority here. And it's one of our top priorities, right?
Right. Yeah. Safety is just, when we talk about, and that's a culture change too. I think, we really want to make sure that our drivers understand that, they're the captain of their truck. And we want you to feel that empowerment and that comfort to operate. If you don't feel safe operating, then let's talk about it. Get off the road and let's understand why.
Don't drive fatigued.
Yeah, the fatigue, if the weather, sometimes the best speed at, negative weather is 0. And we embrace that. We want you to understand that.
It's not chained to push through. It's
right.
It's
to get off the road somewhere safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And it's a big push, right? I mean, like we talk about that. That's why we did the 8-inch memory foam mattress, right? That's why we did the 6-inch for the students up top. It's just about making sure that when you get out there on that road, you are in the best shape possible to be driving.
You got those tools in your,
you got the tools in your transportation tool belt. That's right.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, I'm not seeing too many other questions, and I feel like we've kind of told the story today. I think it's a good thing to come to Swift. I think we're working for one of the best companies out there, if not the best company. So,
it's the best, by the way.
It is the best.
Said it all wrong.
So how about
it's the best place you want to work?
Absolutely.
Is right here
In trucking,
Absolutely.
for sure. Well, this is definitely a live, chat out in the public. We want to know what you want to hear about. So even if you missed this or you didn't get on when it was live, we'd ask that you drop comments in the chat, ask questions. We'll respond to them. If not, put topics that you maybe want to know more about Swift. We even talked about, we'll do video tours through our trucks or our facilities. We'll show you what it's about. So those things that you want to know, drop them in there. We'll try to get to them as we get through the year, but we plan on having a lot more live events each month. We usually have one executive live event that you can ask our executive leadership, our executive vice president, our president of the company, any question you want. So look for those coming in the future. There still will be one in the first quarter, and there's one usually every quarter. That's your opportunity. If you don't think we're transparent, we'll show you there that we're transparent. So,
and we're on all social media sites, you guys. You can find us everywhere: LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can do it all in any of them. So check us out. Make sure that you leave those comments, like Ken said, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys' time today.
We know you have a choice when you choose Swift, and we appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take care.